This podcast is brought to you by Three Rivers Energy Partners. In today's episode of Digest This, those investments represent an incredible 40% increase compared to the year before.
This bill will knock out the 24% tax factor on utility interconnection costs.
It's actually around 2.6 million gasoline vehicles removed from circulation. That's the kind of scale we're talking about. Welcome to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, where we dive deep into the latest developments in sustainability and renewable energy. Join us in exploring the pioneering solutions and technologies that are shaping our future. Now, let's dive into today's episode.
All right, get this. $3 billion. According to a February press release from the American Biogas Council, that's how much was invested in new biogas systems just last year alone. I mean, 125 new projects? It's wild.
It really is. There is a lot of great information in this press release that we are going to be covering here, like the statement that those investments represent an incredible 40% increase compared to the year before. It's a massive leap and a clear sign that this sector is no longer in the background. It's becoming a major player in the renewable energy landscape.
Right, and it's not just the scale of the investment, Emily. It's the shift in where these projects are happening. Like farms, agriculture is now leading the way for the first time ever. 93 new projects in 1 year, that's huge.
Exactly, Alex. Agriculture projects have not only outpaced landfill projects in numbers, but they're also solving critical environmental issues at the source. By capturing the methane from manure and turning it into renewable natural gas, or RNG, these projects are making farming more sustainable and less polluting.
Yeah, and when you think about it, these 93 farm-based projects don't just make farms cleaner. They're making rural areas where these farms are located more prosperous. This is like real impact on local communities.
Absolutely. Rural economies benefit from this surge in investments. Plus, 95% of the new projects use their biogas to make RNG, which is incredibly effective at reducing greenhouse emissions. To put that in perspective...
Okay, wait, let me guess.
All right, try me.
Emissions reduction, equivalent to, 1 million? 2 million cars off the road?
Close. It's actually around 2.6 million gasoline vehicles removed from circulation. That's the kind of scale we're talking about.
That's incredible, and I feel like the methane emissions being captured here, it's not just about turning it into energy, right? It's also about preventing those emissions from entering the atmosphere in the first place.
Exactly. And according to the EPA, methane is more than 28 times more potent than carbon dioxide as a greenhouse gas. So these projects are tackling two problems at once: cutting emissions at the source and creating clean energy to replace fossil fuels. It's honestly a win-win scenario.
And with agriculture outpacing landfills now, it really feels like the industry is evolving faster than anyone expected.
That's right. This shift is reshaping the biogas industry. Farms are becoming energy producers. And as more and more agriculture and livestock operations adopt this technology, I think we'll see even bigger impacts in the coming years. Exactly, Alex. And building on that evolution, what really stands out to me in this press release is how renewable natural gas, or RNG, became the centerpiece of these developments. Like I mentioned earlier, 95% of the new projects last year were designed specifically with RNG production in mind. It's as if the industry has found its golden ticket to both sustainability and scalability.
Totally. And RNG isn't just popular, it's practical. Think about it. Capturing methane and then using it to replace fossil fuels, that's brilliant. It's cleaner, it's local, and it's creating jobs, a lot of jobs.
Exactly. The American Biogas Council actually estimates the potential for 20,000 additional biogas projects in the U.S. That could mean creating over 740,000 construction jobs and 25,000 permanent operations jobs. It's a significant economic boost.
Wow, and these aren't just numbers, they're opportunities.
Expanding biogas isn't only about environmental gains, but also about building financial resilience for rural businesses. Farmers are diversifying their income streams in fresh, meaningful ways.
Right. And it's kind of like the more projects we build, the bigger the impact. Not just on the farms, but on the communities around them. These systems they're catalyzing change on multiple levels.
And let's not forget, they're displacing fossil fuels and chemical fertilizers too, which makes agriculture more sustainable in the long run.
I mean, honestly, this feels like a no-brainer. Farms producing local energy, capturing methane, supporting their economies. What's not to love?
As we are talking about the future of RNG, we have to cover the February press release that came from the Coalition for Renewable Natural Gas about them sponsoring California's Senate Bill 377. California has really been paving the way for renewables.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's SB 1440 and AB 3187, which have helped push RNG growth forward. It's like we've hit this kind of tipping point, and these bills are all helping to push it there. According to the Coalition for Renewable Natural Gas, RNG is now fueling nearly 100% of the natural gas vehicle market in California.
That's right, and these laws have really laid the groundwork for innovation. But the challenge has been scaling RNG's use beyond vehicles to the utility sector, which is why this new legislation, SB 377, is so critical.
They're saying this bill will knock out the 24% tax factor on utility interconnection costs, right?
Yes, here's the thing. RNG projects have been facing these extra costs because of a tax factor that kicks in when developers hand over interconnection assets to the utilities. These costs end up being passed down, making RNG projects more expensive overall. But SB 377 changes that by allowing utilities to handle the investments themselves, which avoids the tax and makes the projects more affordable.
So in plain terms, it's cutting out the red tape, right? Projects become cheaper to implement, and that's good for everyone involved.
That's one of the key advantages, yes. Plus, by reducing these financial barriers, SB 377 also opens up opportunities to diversify RNG supply. It'll make it easier to import RNG from outside California, which can help stabilize costs for residents while ensuring there's plenty of supply available.
And that's huge because it's not just about creating RNG locally anymore. It's about accessibility, making RNG a competitive alternative to fossil fuels across the board.
That's right, and we really have to highlight the RNG Coalition here. I mean, these guys now have over 400 organizations in their membership working to educate and advocate for projects like this. They're keeping RNG in the spotlight.
It's true. Their efforts on public policy and sustainable methane recycling have provided the momentum we need to make strides like SB 377 possible. At the end of the day, their work supports and strengthens RNG as a critical part of a sustainable future.
And with SB 377 leading the charge, California's kind of doubling down on its commitment to sustainable energy. RNG isn't just a side project anymore. It's central to achieving those 2030 climate goals. And honestly, it's just exciting to see what's next.
Absolutely. RNG is proving that we can convert challenges like organic waste and methane emissions into real opportunities for sustainability.
And on that note, that wraps up our episode. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time, take care.
Thank you for listening to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, a Three Rivers Energy Partners podcast. Three Rivers Energy Partners is a renewable energy company that empowers organizations with the ability to create a sustainable future by converting organic waste streams into renewable energy and resources. To get the latest episode of Digest This, or to find out more about Three Rivers Energy Partners, visit threeriversenergy.com or find us on LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. The sustainable future is being created right now. Keep exploring and keep up to speed with the latest in renewable energy and sustainability. See you next time.